we have to talk. Yesterday, DJI released a massive firmware for the Mavic 3 and the RC Pro. Now, I don't have the Mavic 3, as you guys know. If you don't know, I'm not getting into it, but the list up here. But these new firmware features changed the game. And I said to myself yesterday, I'm gonna pick up the Mavic 3. Now we have no longer explore mode, but the camera at the top is actually very useful. But as I was about to hit the buy button, see my car over there? I'm out of my car. You guys always ask, well, why do you fly inside of your car all the time? Because number one, it's winter. Number two, I can seal myself inside of the car. You guys can hear me clearly on the microphone without all the background noise and traffic. On a nice chill day like this, yeah, spring day, I decided to come out. I need some space, I need some room, because right now I'm radiating with excitement. And let me show you why. But first, ND filters. This looks like an ND 6 or 7 stop. Let's go with a 6 stop. There's a lot of glare. Good. I clean up my Kalari filters. Link in the description to this. And check the video out here for the Kalari filters for the Air 2S. And these filters are, check the video link, you'll see why. Bada bing, bada boom. Power up and controller powered up. We're ready to go. Now, before I take off, do not ask me why my altitude zone is 39,360. Anywhere I fly this drone, I can go up to 39,000 feet. Anywhere, this drone is fully unlocked and able to fly anywhere, even with the RC Pro and the new updates to the RC Pro and the new app. So, yeah. Check out Drone Hacks. But anyway, let's get this bad boy up in the air and run through these features. Sensors off, because I got some trees above me over here, right there. I don't want to hit those trees. All right, let's recenter. Confirm, I've got 18 satellites. There we go. Let's get out from these trees and up. Now I'm in Pro mode because I only fly in Pro mode. You know, Pro mode, that's the way you go. Obviously I'm in D-Log because I only fly in D-Log. Either I don't fly in normal color profile, but all those things are still there. But what I was about to do was press the trigger and pick up the Mavic 3 because I need to be able to change my settings while I'm flying, right? Like, look, I can fly and talk to you and change my settings if I want. But not without, let me bring you around over here. But not without taking my hands off of the stick. So here I am, I'm flying. If I need to change the ISO or the shutter or something, now I have to stop, press normally. Now I can change my ISO. Now I can change my shutter and whatever else I need to do. And then I have to put my hands back on the stick, which was really annoying. It's not annoying if this is the way you learn, but coming from the older drones, like I told you before, I never had to take my hands off the stick. So I was like, I wonder if they put these features for the Air 2S. Knowing DJI, they'll leave it in the Mavic 3 because they want you to buy the Mavic 3 and they'll kind of hold back on the Air 2S. But surprisingly enough, yeah, when you hit the 3 dots at the top right, you go under control, you swipe down, you go to button customization right there, bam. It's all here for the Air 2S as well. It's all here for the Air 2S. So again, I hate to say it, as I was about to hit buy on the Mavic 3, I said, let me see if it's here for the Air 2S. And it's here for the Air 2S, guys. It's here. You can have it. Now, if you learned with the Air 2S or the Mavic Mini or the Mini 2 or whatever, you probably don't care about this stuff. But if you learned on a Phantom, and Phantom was your go-to flying tool for cinematography, then you know what I'm talking about. So right now I have C1 and C2 buttons. Oh, by the way, there's hyperlapse cruise control. So this second button at the bottom here is set to cruise control, so I can cruise control while I'm doing the hyperlapse. By the press of a button. So that is really cool. I'm a big hyperlapse guy, in case you didn't know. My hyperlapse tutorial coming, my patrons, if you're out there. I'm going to be doing the class soon. Just hang in there for me. Yeah, you could set the buttons up for whatever you want. Now, when you scroll down some more, they have the 5D button, which you can fully customize. When you scroll down some more, now you have the zoom wheel customization, where you can do combinations. And this one here says C button and right dial. C button, C1 button and right dial, C2 button and right dial. So now you can fine tune, adjust. So I put some things in there. I haven't really played with it much, but I'm gonna try it out now as you're here and see. So right now, if you look at my exposure at the bottom right, it says +7. So I'm gonna try to change it without taking my hands off the stick. So I'm gonna press this little button at the back here and scroll the wheel while I'm flying. And what does that change? It changes my shutter. So I'm flying, and now, while I'm flying, I can speed up my shutter. There you go, I've got a 0 exposure, and I never had to take my hands off the sticks. If I needed a little brighter, there you go. Darker to the left. You can see over here, I'm holding this button down and scrolling the wheel, and brighter to the right. Now, if you're a hobbyist or you don't really fly extremely, you're not really that good at flying yet, then these features don't mean much to you. But for guys who want to take it to the next level, for guys who are flying the Mavic 3 and the Air 2S, now, thank you DJI for doing this with the Air 2S as well. They could have easily left it out and just leave the customization for the Mavic 3. This really changes the game. It really helps me professionally. Look, I'm doing an orbit and I'm changing my exposure, right? And you could set up the custom buttons. Maybe you want to hold this button and the wheel for shutter. The other button over here, the right button, I can also hold that down if I want while I'm doing my orbit, and change this one, hold it down, and change the exposure. But my exposure now is changing on my ISO. Look at my ISO. So I have complete control over my ISO and shutter. And if you're flying a Mavic 3, then obviously you'll have control over your aperture as well. So you can do multiple customized buttons. Look, I'll switch over to the shutter, and I never had to stop orbiting. This is ridiculous. Literally, this is what you call changing your settings on the fly. This makes this controller, now this controller is a real RC Pro. It's not just the benefits of convenience and a bright screen. It operates like a professional for professionals. So now all we need, DJI, if you're listening, is ADI mode, a custom button to switch over for ADI mode for these drones, so we can unlock a little bit more speed if we want to chase jet skis or boats and film these high-speed stuff. Give us the ADI mode so we can use the wind to our advantage and have the videos even a little bit smoother as it drifts. It drifts to a stop as opposed to stopping abruptly, so we can just take our filming to the next level, like what you gave us back in the days with the Phantom. So yeah, I'm looking out for that big time. Also for the Mavic 3, as a matter of fact, let me land and then we'll talk about the Mavic 3. Watch your back there, Charlie. Yeah, coming in. Landed. Gosh, I love this drone. Little, small, lands anywhere, takes off anywhere. Just a beauty. Update this to the latest firmware and you will unlock full button customization, which is something I've been complaining about for years, since the Phantom 4 Pro. You guys hear me? Since the Phantom 4 Pro, that I have to take my hands off the sticks while flying to adjust my aperture or my ISO or my shutter speed. That's, in my opinion, for me and the way I fly, is what now makes the Mavic 3 fully professional. I feel like I'm flying a professional drone because I can do professional things. Now, little things that they can add in here, like add in an ADI mode for the Mavic 3. Waypoints, just waypoints for video. We don't need waypoints. I get it, DJI's trying to separate their enterprise stuff from their filming stuff, but we need waypoints for video. That's about it. That's good enough. Right? We already have waypoints for photo, which is technically hyperlapse. We just need the waypoints for video. But you add that, you add the ADI mode, and you add that log video for that telephoto camera. I don't care how much the Mavic 3 costs, I will pick it up then. Yes, I said then. I will say this, guys, honestly, if DJI did not make this RC Pro compatible with this Air 2S, if DJI did not make those function buttons on the RC Pro compatible with the Air 2S, I would have had a Mavic 3. If not earlier, I would have purchased it today on the spot. I would not have been happy, but I would have done it because it's something I really want and I've been struggling with since I got rid of my Phantom 4 Pro, basically. It's something I've been longing for. It's kind of like an Apple thing if you've been flying drones for a long time, and then Apple took away all of these things and then they suddenly brought it back. Not that I can relate because I never really used Apple products until recently, but I kind of get the feeling now of what it's like. And I feel like this is what's happening with the DJI products. They took away all of this stuff and now they're bringing it back slowly. And this is a very warm welcome. If they add ADI mode to the Mavic 3, I'm gonna pick it up. If they add log to the telephoto camera, I will pick it up. But for right now, oh God, I love this drone. I can't wait for the Air 3, honestly. That's what I really care about. I haven't been this excited in a very long time since the Phantom 4 Pro. And let me know, guys, how do you feel about this update? Are you mad now that DJI took so long? Are you happy now and you're gonna pull the trigger? Did you pull the trigger already and now you're pleased to see these new things coming? Where do you stand? Is the Mavic 3 still too expensive for you because you know you don't need all those professional features and they don't really appeal to you? Are you excited? Where do you stand? I want to know where you guys stand, the audience, because that really depicts what I do next. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me know what you guys think in the description, in the comment section below. Make sure you hit thumbs up, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when I release new videos, when I release my LUTs. Yes, I'm still working on it. The LUTs are coming soon, I promise. Stay tuned, my patrons, for the time-lapse class. I am working on this stuff and I will catch you guys, well, whenever I can. Make sure you become a Patreon, guys. Big benefits to Patreon. Get direct access to me. Any questions? I'm right here on Patreon. Support this channel and there's benefits. Last Mini 2 went all the way to the UK.